Hey there, Rivet crew. Happy Thursday. 15-minute AMRAP for you today. We have some strict overhead press, some jump rope, and some wall balls to do. All right. Each round consists of 30 strict press to start. That's right, 30 reps. This should be performed at a lighter weight, something you can get through that set of 30 with probably no more than 2 breaks or so. I have some prescribed weights in the programming. Check those out. If you're at home, hopefully you have a couple of dumbbells. This can be done with one dumbbell. This can be done with a kettlebell. This can be done with an odd object. Check the programming notes for those. But something that you can safely hold on with 2 hands and press overhead. Again, doesn't have to be too heavy. After that, we have 30 double unders or 45 singles. Again, I got some line hops or over the dumbbell hops for you at-home athletes. Check the notes at the bottom of the programming. Then we move on to 30 wall balls. Again, we're looking for something we can get through that set of 30 with no more than 2 breaks. So not too heavy with the med ball. Folks at home, thrusters, jumping air squats. I have a couple different modifications for you. Again, all there in the home gym section at the bottom of the programming that I've given you. And then we have 30, we'll go back to our jump rope a second time in each round, right? So we're gonna jump rope twice in each round, alternating with our strict press and our wall balls. Trying to get as many rounds reps as we can in 15 minutes. All right, going through the movements. So strict press, right? We either got a lightish barbell, 75 for the fellas, 55 for the ladies. Don't be surprised, this weight actually gets pretty heavy when you're doing 30 reps, or we have a pair of dumbbells, or if you're at home, single dumbbell. What we're looking to do here, strict press, right? This means we're not using our legs at all. Everything below the shoulder stays stacked or squeezed and stationary. We're pressing straight up overhead and bringing it right back down to the shoulders, right? Strict overhead press. Focus here. So we got arms and legs and squeeze, or sorry, arms and hands and squeeze your legs are my cues for you today. So with our overhead press, we want to have those elbows pointing down a little more towards the floor. We do a lot of push press where we have the elbows higher because the weight flies off the shoulders. With our strict press, we want to have those elbows down a little, almost a vertical forearm, right? Not quite one of those elbows forward, just a little bit of the weight. This makes it easier to press straight up overhead, right? We're going to have a full grip on the bar or the dumbbells. Elbows almost vertical and pressing straight overhead. And then squeezing the legs really helps, right? Basically everything, when you're overhead pressing, you want to squeeze everything you got. You want to squeeze your belly, squeeze your butt, and squeeze your quads, right? If you squeeze your quads, it stops you from using those knees, right, and turning that into a push press. So squeeze those quads hard, keep those knees locked. With our jump rope today, similar idea. Think about arms and hands, right? We want to keep those arms relatively close to the body, right? We don't want to start having those arms coming away from the body. This is very fatiguing to the shoulders, and it also tends to shorten the rope when you start tripping. So arms are right against the body, and hands are just in front of the body, right? Basically, just below hip level, just in front of the body. Let's try to keep them there. As we jump, this keeps your rope the same length, makes it easier to get through nice big sets without tripping over the rope. And then same idea, we're squeezing our quads on the strict press. Let's go ahead and squeeze those quads when we do our jump rope too. Same idea. It helps us give us a little more bounce when we jump, right? We're going to squeeze the quads, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Makes it a little easier to get a nice consistent bounce going. Squeezing those quads. And then what's our last movement? We got wall balls today. If you're at home, you got some maybe some thrusters, jumping air squats. Again, it's all down there at the bottom. So with our wall balls, arms and legs, arms and hands to start. When we're holding our wall ball, our mid ball I should say, we want to have those elbows in underneath the ball, right? It's very fatiguing to the shoulders to have those elbows out like this. Let's try to keep those elbows in. Let's try to keep those fingers pointing directly up towards the ceiling. Much easier to transfer power to the ball that way. So fingers pointing up, that's what we're doing with our hands, and we're keeping those elbows in. Another good trick here when you're doing your wall balls today, as that ball goes up into the air, rather than leaving your arms up like this, which is fatiguing to the shoulders, let your hands drop and just catch it right here, right? So the ball goes up, the hands come down, relax, we catch, right? Goes up, relax, before we squat and do our next one. So let those hands drop, catch the ball, rather than holding up the entire time. Your shoulders are going to be fatigued from the strict press. They might be a little bit fatigued from the jump rope, so whatever we can do in the wall balls to prevent more fatigue, let's do that. And then also, again, squeezing the legs, right? Squeezing the legs. We drive up out of the bottom of that wall ball, right? Just give those quads a good squeeze. Again, our shoulders are going to be fatigued from all the strict press and the double unders. So when it gets time to do the wall balls, let's use our legs as much as we can, right? So on the way up, squeeze everything you got. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your quads. This gets a lot more upward momentum from the legs, and you rely less on your arms when you're doing your wall balls. All right, folks, that's about it. 15-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as reps as possible. Yeah, that's about it. Work hard, have fun. Talk to you tomorrow.